Hey guys, for today's video, me talking about my NFL Week 12 predictions, and before we do that, I'm going back to Week 11 to see how we did, and this week we went 10-4, and the ones that we missed were picking the Commanders to beat the Eagles, the 49ers to beat the Seahawks, the Chiefs to beat the Bills, and the Jets to beat the Colts. I was maybe a little shocked that the Seahawks beat the 49ers, but not really any upsets this week at all. Like, the 49ers have just been okay this year, and they've dealt with some injuries and stuff, so not really shocked about that one. But yeah, guys, I mean, we did good this week. I wouldn't say we did average. I think we did a little bit better than average, but yeah, let's go on to week number 12. Okay, so for our first matchup on Thursday Night Football, we're talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Cleveland Browns. The Steelers won another game with just kicking field goals. Dude, as a Steelers fan, this is how Steeler football usually is, except like these last couple weeks when Wilson's been in here. I think he's 5-0 as a starter now. Like the last 4 weeks it's been different, but this week we're back to OG Steelers winning. Dude, this is how they play. This is the thing that's weird. They were moving the ball well. It's just they kept stalling out and had to kick field goals. But I don't know. Every time the Steelers play the Ravens, it's like the Ravens make so much mistakes and the Steelers just don't make those same mistakes. And that's how they win. I mean, that's how they do it. So they won this game. Their defense did really good against the Ravens, who had the best offense this year. And I'm not shocked they won. Like, this is what they do. I think Lamar only has like one win against the Steelers in his whole career. 1 or 2 wins in his whole career against the Steelers. It's like funny though. We'll talk about the Ravens more when we get to them in their game about that. But yeah, let's go on to the Browns. The Browns it was close early on, but then the Saints just, the second half, it was just dominating. They just don't care anymore. Like, watching that Taysom Hill touchdown, they just look checked out. Like, their year's done. They're 2-8. They were 2-7. Like, they're done. They have to win out to even have a chance at the playoffs, because you're not going in 8-9. You'll have to at least be 9-8. But I don't even know if 9-8 would be good enough. But I guess we'll see. I mean, I guess a 7th seed is up in arms. Well, I think the first 6 seeds, like, I think it would be the same teams. The 7th one is open, but I feel like this is going to be a sloppy game because they're saying there's going to be a lot of rain on Thursday night. So this is going to be an interesting one. I could see the Steelers losing this one. Play down the competition, lose this one. It's a divisional game. The Steelers are good against divisional games. We're 5-1, and their only loss was to Cleveland away. The game before they lost to before Matt Canada got fired and stuff. So I'm going to pick the Steelers here. I'm going to go 20-16. I think they got this. All right, next we got the Tennessee Titans at the Houston Texans. The Titans, it's been the same thing every week. They're just not a good team. Like, they aren't. Against the Vikings, like, the Vikings were a better team and stuff. Is like they never felt in it at all. It's like Will Levis had a good like 90-yard touchdown pass and stuff, but other than that, it's like he shows flashes, but I don't know. It's like their year's done. This was a lost season and stuff. Just I don't know what you do here. Like, this is a team that's playing for the tank ball. I would probably give Levis another year because the QB class this year isn't good, unless you're a team that's never in the top. But yeah, let's continue. The Texans, they destroyed the Cowboys. They still need to prove themselves, but they got some easy matchups. The Cowboys last week, the Titans this week. This one, they should be able to take care of business here. And like I said, the Titans do have one of the best pass defenses, but like a not so good run defense, so that could. Joe Mixon's a beast. He had 3 or 4 touchdowns. Can't remember if it was usually 3 or 4, but he had an amazing game. I have him on fantasy team, so I would know. Like, this one should be an easy one. I think it'll be a little closer than people expect just because it's a divisional game. I'm going to go 28-20. Because, like, divisional games are just different. The team knows you more. Even if they're not that good, it might be closer. Even if they do sweep them, it might be closer just because they know them more. You know what I mean? And they know their weaknesses more because they play them twice a year. So, yeah. Let's continue. Next, we got the New England Patriots at the Miami Dolphins. The Patriots actually had a close game against the Rams. They didn't win, but may look solid. It's like the team, I mean, they have no weapons though. Their defense isn't as good, but they gave up some big plays to the Rams. But that's what you expect from them. I mean, now it's just, this is either the Patriots or the Jags are going to get Travis Hunter in the draft. I don't know if he's going to be a receiver or corner, but yeah, like this is going to be another matchup against the Dolphins at home. It's going to be a tough one because they're playing in Miami. If it was in New England, I think it would be different. But next we got the Dolphins. They won a good game against the Raiders. The offense was pretty good. I mean, yeah, it was like just another good game, another easy win. They didn't even seem like they had it under control the whole way. Nothing more to say here. The thing is the Dolphins' offense is really good. The Patriots' D hasn't been as good as years past to help them, but the Patriots' offense could do something. You never know. If this was in New England, I think they could have a chance, but if it was in New England, since it, like the Dolphins don't play good in cold weather at all and stuff, I think maybe they could have a chance, but nah, this is going to Dolphins. I'll give it 27-18. Yeah, let's continue on. Next, we got the Denver Broncos at the Las Vegas Raiders. The Broncos played the best game of the year. A dominating performance against the Falcons. Bo Nix had his best start of his career and stuff so far. He's looking second best rookie behind Jaden Daniels. Looking pretty well his rookie year. I know people say he's older, but the NFL is so different from college. Even if you play there for years and years, even if you play in the SEC, nothing compares to the NFL. Nothing could prepare you for the NFL. I mean, it could kind of, but nothing's even close to it. So yeah, another win for them. Like, their defense is really good. Like, I think, honestly, like, this Broncos team looks better than a lot of people expect, and it's an impressive win. The Falcons, I don't know how to feel about them, but we'll talk about them later. Next, we got the Raiders. They are one of the worst teams in the league. They are terrible. They lost to the Dolphins. This is the team I did pick to be the worst team in football. I'm not shocked. This is what I expected to happen, and it is right now. The QB situation, I don't know. They have a couple good players. The only good player on offense is Brock Bowers. He's really good, though. He's having a really good season for a tight end. But other than that, there's nothing. This team's not doing anything. Offense and defense isn't doing anything. And the thing is I'm going to pick the Broncos here. It's like I said, the defense is going to shut down the offense. Like, if they just double-team Brock Bowers, I guess they'll be fine. And it's like Minshew's not going to beat them. They don't really have a running game. The Broncos' offense and the Raiders' defense isn't good. I think the Broncos will win, though. I go 23-17. I think, I don't know. Broncos-Raiders are always kind of close, so I'll pick the Broncos by a little bit. All right, next we got the Baltimore Ravens at the Los Angeles Chargers. The Ravens, like I was saying before, Lamar can't play good against the Steelers or the Chiefs. I don't know what it is, but those are his two kryptonites, and playoff time too. But I guess he does have some good games in January, but it's crazy though. How he just turns into a completely different QB. I mean, he's still going to probably win MVP. Still the best regular season QB these last 2 years. But it's just weird how that works, isn't it? But, yeah, their defense honestly got the stops. They should have won this game. If they had any offense, they would have won this game. But, like I said, they made too many mistakes. Dropping crucial passes, bad penalties, just stuff like that. Turnovers, bad turnovers, that one pick. Peyton Wilson just ripped out of the hand of the receiver. But yeah, let's continue. The Chargers. That game, I thought they were going to win it easily. They were up 27-6. They almost choked that away. My gosh. That is worrisome. It seems like the Chargers, no matter who's coaching, who's there, is never going to change. They got the win, though, barely over the Bengals. That was the first time their defense didn't look good at all. Which is going to happen, but choking almost a 27-6 lead is not a good look. It really isn't. I mean, it's worrisome. The Bengals do have a high-powered offense, but still. Herbert had a great game in the first half. They did come out clutch and win the game. But that's always a worrying factor. For me, I'm going to pick the Chargers again. I think they're going to win it here. I don't know. I just have a feeling. I think it'll be a close one. 27-24. I think it'll be a good game. I think the Chargers could be able to contain Lamar. There's a blueprint to doing it. Maybe they watch the Steelers and see how they do it. All right, next we're going to our AFC versus NFC matchups. We got the Detroit Lions at the Indianapolis Colts. The Lions, they just put the Jags to sleep. That was a dominating game. Dan Campbell was like, let's just keep going. No, there's no such thing as taking the foot off the gas pedal. That was nice for them. Goff had his best today in a while. He had a great game. After that, not so good game against the Texans. The whole team played great. The offense, defense, that was just dominating. There was nothing more to say. They're definitely going to be the number one seed in the NFC. All right, next we got the Colts. I mean, the offense at least looks something. Richardson had a pretty good game. They won. Even if it was against the Jets, it was a close one. He led a game-winning drive, and they won the game. Close game. I mean, that's a big win. You could still get in the playoffs. They're very close to a playoff spot. Maybe not very, very close, but they still have a chance. That's what's good. Playing against the Lions, though, that's going to be a tough one. Very tough. The Lions offense is going to be really tough with the Colts defense. And I don't know. Lions defense were pretty good. I don't know how the Colts offense is going to do. I think that the Richardson will struggle a little bit and stuff in the past. So I think this could be another little blowout. I think it would be 35-17 Lions. Okay, next we got the Kansas City Chiefs at the Carolina Panthers. The Chiefs, they lost for the first time this year. The defense didn't look too well in this game for the first time this year. The offense looked good, I guess. I mean, honestly, there were some mistakes and stuff, but they just couldn't beat the Bills this time. The Bills were just a better team. But it's the Chiefs don't even try in the regular season. Even though they're 9-1, I feel like they're not even playing at their full potential, which is crazy. Maybe they just were let's wait till January to actually put it up to 100. I feel like they're playing at 75-80%. Or Mahomes is at least playing at 75%. Because to me it just feels how do you go from playing maybe average to a little bit above average in the regular season this year to go and last year he just played maybe above average to going to all-time great in the playoffs. It just makes no sense. You know what I mean? Unless it's just greatness. I don't know. Or clutches. I don't know, but that's true. Next, we'll go to the Carolina Panthers. This is who I wish would have beat the Chiefs first. That would have been the funniest storyline if the Panthers beat them first. But the Panthers have a chance to beat the Chiefs and put them on their first losing streak of the season. Will it happen? I don't know, but Bryce Young, I mean, the Panthers had 2 good, solid games, even against bad teams. Bryce Young's looked from complete backup to at least serviceable as a starter, so that's better. They got to build on that. Jonathan Brooks is making his debut, the second-round running back they got. I mean, this is probably a blow for the Chiefs. Maybe not. They'll probably keep him in it and then just, win it. Just, say, oh, you could come back, but you never do. One of those games where you feel like you have a chance to come back, but they never do. But, yeah, I don't know. The Chiefs' offense, you find the Chiefs' defense will probably make Bryce Young struggle. I feel like it's going to make the offense struggle, too. I'm going to say 24-16. I think they're going to let them stay in it. The Chiefs haven't really blown anyone out. They just, let everyone just stay in the game. So I think that's what's going to happen. It just kind of it's kind of weird. The point differential was not that good for a team that was 9-1. But they're getting wins, so I guess it doesn't matter. Next, we got the Minnesota Vikings at the Chicago Bears. The Vikings, they played a solid game. Another win for them. They're probably going to be the 5th or 6th seed is my guess. They're doing pretty good this year. Darnold is back. He had a really good game this game, so that's good. After that rough game against the Jags, and now playing against the Bears here. This is going to be an interesting one. Next, we got the Bears. The same thing happened to you. It's kind of funny how the Packers have been kind of dominating the Bears and the Chiefs have been dominating the Broncos, and both teams lost in the same way, a blocked field goal. Oh my gosh. Bears fans, that must suck. Losing to the Packers. You had them too, but you're just going to get it done. But you move on to next week. You're playing at home against Minnesota. I don't know. It's weird. This game, the Bears' defense is pretty good. Vikings' D is pretty good, but I feel like it comes down. I think the defense equalized. I think it comes down to the offenses, and I think the Vikings' offense is definitely better right now. I think it'll be a close one here. I'm going to give it 23-20. Even though the Bears are at home, I think the Vikings are going to get it done barely. Okay, next, we got 2 teams that are coming off a bye. So this one's going to be fast. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the New York Giants. The Buccaneers, they're coming off a bye here. Mike Evans could be back. Potentially, I don't know, but I guess we'll see. The offense has been looking pretty good without him still, so with him back, it should get another gear again. I guess we'll see. The Giants, Daniel Jones is now QB4. They signed Tim Boyle. Tommy DeVito starting. Their year's done. They're tanking now. It's bad in New York. They still have a solid defense, though, but other than that, they have nothing going for them. My keys with this game, the Buccaneers' defense isn't good. Maybe the Giants with Tyrone Tracy, he could have a really good game. They could run the ball a lot, and maybe they give it to him 25-30 times. They could have a chance there. I guess you never know, but and for the Buccaneers, is just score more than 20, and I think they'll probably win. For offensive stuff, the Giants' D is solid, but I think they can do that. I'm going to give the Buccaneers score 27-13. I think this will be an easy game for the Buccaneers. Okay, next we got the Dallas Cowboys at the Washington Commanders. The Cowboys, they are just bad. They got destroyed by the Texans. That was a terrible game. No Dak makes this team way worse. Even with Dak, they look terrible. Their defense is terrible. Their offense is cooked. It's I don't know what you do here at this point. At this point, I guess they're just maybe hoping they could get Travis Hunter, I guess, just how the Patriots and Jags are doing right now, I guess, but yeah, nothing more to say. We got the Commanders. Tough loss. They couldn't go through in the second half. They just couldn't. The Eagles played better at the end. The Eagles are a good team. They have a lot more talent than the Commanders and stuff, so be interesting. But yeah, this one's going to be easy. The Commanders' offense against Dallas' defense should be good, and the Commanders shouldn't have any trouble with Dallas at all. They shouldn't. I'm going to give it 27-10. It'll be another blowout. Okay, next we got the Arizona Cardinals at the Seattle Seahawks. The Cardinals, they are going off a bye, so they have a dominant performance against the Packers. They're ready to face a division rival with the Seahawks. They have been a pretty good team this year. And the offense, especially under Kyle Murray and stuff, getting Marvin Harrison, even though he has been a little inconsistent and stuff at times, they're doing pretty good this year. Let's move on to the Seahawks. Dude, that was a close game. They were in it the whole time, but then the last second, a Geno Smith rushing touchdown, and that got them the win there. A good win for the Seahawks to keep them in the race. Huge one to get them ahead of the 49ers. Well, I guess they're tied with them now. I guess they do win the tiebreaker here, even though the 49ers did beat them earlier on. It's kind of tied. Oh, I guess they are 1-2 in the division against 1-3, so that makes sense. This should be a good game. The Seahawks defense haven't been good. I think the Cardinals have a good offensive performance. Their offense is inconsistent at times. Like, they have games where they do absolutely nothing. There's like 3 or 4 games where their offense couldn't do anything, score like nothing. And the Seahawks offense sometimes inconsistent too well. I think the Cardinals win this one. Barely be a close one. Kyle Murray clutch out here. 24-21. Get them to field goal range and get the game winner. Okay, next we got the San Francisco 49ers at the Green Bay Packers. The 49ers, that game was close. They just lost. I mean, I guess I was a little shocked they lost this one, but they're not the same 49ers as last year. A lot of injuries, not, but they're starting to get guys back, so I don't know. I have CMC back. I think his second game now. Guess we could see what they could do here, but let's continue. The Packers. Dang, that game was rough. Like, their red zone offense kind of rough that game, but they got the job done and won still. The Bears gave some trouble, but they still won though, so you would take that. This isn't a must-win game for the Packers, but it'd be nice to beat the 49ers, especially in like the playoffs. Like, they can't. I don't know, this may be bold to pick the Packers because it seems like every time they face the 49ers win. But it'll be a close one here. I'm going to go 23-20. I think they're going to barely win. Squeak out a win. Okay, next for our final matchup on Sunday Night Football, we got the Philadelphia Eagles at the Los Angeles Rams. We got the Eagles. Played an okay game till the end where they clutched up and beat the Commanders. This team has a lot of talent and stuff. I mean, it seems like Sirianni's getting out of his own way, so it seems like now that he's doing that, they're looking better now. So I'm just interested to see how this team does, but yeah, they're playing the Rams have a lot of talent on offense too, but they have talent on both sides of the ball. The Rams, a close game against the Patriots, but they lost their talent with Nakua and Cup, Stafford. So they showed that they have some guys too. And like, I think this is an interesting one because the one thing I think the Eagles do that the Rams don't is the Eagles do have that talent on defense. And what helps is them getting Quinion Mitchell and Cooper DeJean being pretty good this year from the draft for the second year that wasn't good last year. And that helped them a lot. They have a lot of talent on this team too. I think that they have more talent than the Rams do. The Rams have a lot of talent offensively, but defensively not as much. And I think that's the reason why the Eagles are going to win this one. It'll be a close one. I think 27-21 would be the score. Eagles win. And yeah, guys, that is my Week 12 NFL predictions, guys. And until next time, everyone, peace out. Bye.